Okay guys, so this is going to be my very first YouTube video, and today I'm going to talk about motorcycles and just riding in general, what got me started, kinds of bikes I've had, the kind of bike that I have now, what I've done to it, stuff like that. So let's get started. So as long as I can remember, I've always loved motorcycles. Even before I can even ride one, I always had toy motorcycles and always played with motorcycles. When we'd go on road trips as a kid, I always had two little toy motorcycles that I would always take with me in the car and play with. And what I would do is I would hold them in front of the window and act as if I was on that motorcycle driving beside the car, mostly ramping off stuff and, you know, defying the laws of gravity with my mind. So yeah, just always loved motorcycles, was always infatuated with them, even from being a kid. As I got older, decided I really wanted one. Got me a Ninja 250, not sure what year, maybe a 08 or a 09 Kawasaki Ninja 250. It was a good bike, really good for beginners, not too much power, wasn't really intimidated by it. I couldn't get into too much trouble, couldn't do wheelies and stuff like that too well on it. It would bring the tire up a little bit, but nothing extreme as far as, you know, 60-mile-an-hour wheelies on the freeway, so I couldn't get into too much trouble. Now, saying that, I did lay it down. The very first night I ever rode a motorcycle, I decided to go out with a group of my friends. They all had lowered Hondas with sway bars and all that stuff. We were on a freeway on the far left lane, decided we needed an exit ramp that we were getting ready to miss, and we were cruising at about 80 or 90. Decided to just cut over, and I couldn't get the bike to lean down far enough, and I basically just slid off of the exit ramp. Just slid right down into the grass median. Didn't get hurt, went over the handlebars, but I didn't get hurt. Got up on it, rode it home. That was the very first time I ever went down on it. The second time I ever went down was trying to show off in front of my friends with a Ninja 250 and do a burnout. Didn't work out too well. Back tire caught, stood up, and I kind of walked with it wobbling down the street till I finally just let it go, and then hit the road, hit the pavement. Scratched up the fairings, broke the mirror or whatever. Still drove good after that. So I just took my time learning different things about it and, you know, how to do different things as far as burnouts. Never really been too big of a fan of a wheelie, just because I really don't want to hit the pavement at, you know, 55, 60 mile an hour just because I'm doing a wheelie and my back end loses. So, not really big on wheelies. The second bike I ever owned after I got rid of the 250, thought I needed something more powerful. So I got me a 94 Yamaha XJ 600. Had it for about a riding season. Good bike, powerful for me at the time anyway, just getting off a 250. I thought, you know, a 600, this is crazy. Ended up having to get rid of it because couldn't afford to keep it running. I kept having carburetor issues. I had the carbs taken off and cleaned, and I'd get the bike back and it would run good for about a week, and then it would start messing up again. So ran out of money putting into it, ended up just selling it. So then I went for about 8 or 9 years with no bike until last summer. At the end of last summer, I came across this one on Craigslist. I went and checked it out with a buddy of mine. Kind of iffy situation. I don't get off work till late, and I didn't realize that the guy who had the bike was almost an hour away, so I didn't get there till about 9 o'clock at night, and it was dark, and it was at a guy's house. But he was a cool guy. So we looked at the bike, and I ended up talking him down. He wanted $1,500 for it. It was his kid's bike. He had a son that was like 19, 20. The bike was in the dad's name, but it was the kid's bike per se. Well, the kid was, I guess, acting up and getting into all kinds of trouble, and he owed his dad money. So his dad just sold his bike for the money that he owed him. So I picked the bike up. I talked him down from $1,500 to $1,100 because the plastics were crap. They were all broken off and scratched up and chunks missing out of the plastics. And he did have a replacement pair of plastics, but they were, you know, off-brand. They didn't fit right on the bike. So I got the bike for $1,100 and drove it all the way home. So I was lucky that it really was mechanically sound, since I went an hour to get it and drove it over an hour home. But this is her. She is a 2006 Katana 600 GSX-F. Okay, so just to give you guys a good look at my bike, so that's her. I painted her. That's actually all rattle can, believe it or not. Took me a long time. All rattle can, but you can still see the shine. So that was a lot of hard work. So a couple things I've done to her. I painted her. She was blue and white, but when I got her, all the plastics were broken and cracked and chipped off. Now, it's not a perfect paint job, I know that, but it is rattle can. So one of the things I did was put those smoke turn signals on there. When I got her, the turn signals were painted black. You couldn't see the turn signals at all. I put new mirrors on. They're actually turn signal mirrors. I just need to wire them up correctly. But that's my bike. That's what I'm riding. What I plan on doing is putting on a new exhaust. That's stock exhaust. So I plan on doing that. And I plan on taking these turn signals off. That'll probably be today or tomorrow. And then I did put in the tail light, which is LED turn signal, also integrated turn signal. The old tail light was painted black. You couldn't even see the light through the paint at all. So those are kind of some of the things I've done. When I got her, there was no windshield, so I bought the smoked out windshield, and she does have LEDs on her. I got remote control LEDs, and they can change colors and flash and all that fancy stuff. So that is her. That is my bike. You can experience a lot more when you're on a motorcycle than you can in a car. Oh yeah. I'm NASCAR racing right now. Ha! Only left turns. Oh yeah. Second time around the roundabout. And we'll go. I'm not gonna mess with those guys. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but when I came up off of that hill, I got air. My front tire definitely came up. I don't know if my back tire came off the ground. I don't think it did. But that was fucking sweet. Alright guys, well, I think that's it. It's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for taking a ride with KC Rides OH. You guys have a good rest of your day.